Okay, so the continuation today is an evening session. It's already 7, no, it's already 5:17:38. 5:38 in the evening. The day is the 17th of July 2025. It's a Thursday. We're going to continue with the session because that's what the throw was, that the pendulum said it would like to talk. And when the pendulum said it would like to talk, we got lots of things, and there's still much more which will be recorded today. It's got stuff connected with me, it's got stuff connected with my cousin, it's got stuff connected with the shapeshifters. I'll explain what it most likely seems to be. The heist is still on. I don't understand why the Indian military or any intelligence or anybody working in law and order even remotely supports it. It's not okay. The business class is the one that gives everybody the money. Also, is the business class that creates the jobs, not the criminals. You'll get not a penny in the future. The business class will ensure you don't get it. That's the download I got this morning. Now, I have finished the Ramayana. Today's portion was much longer, about 50-60 pages. So, I'm done with the Ramayana 14 days reading. According to my understanding, whatever is happening over here is stuff that has already transpired in the past. Catching the culprits is the most important. Those culprits have increased their organization of scamming, grabbing, taking things that are not theirs. All they do is, if they have one particular person that they want to herd in a particular direction, this bunch of people replicate the key people around that one person who they wish to trap. The duplicate goes in front of this one person and then herds that one person on like football for the goal. When they get that person in a vulnerable position, they knock them out and then do the crisping and uploading of a different memory. Then this bunch and then pulls them away from the grid. Because in the question of Rohika Chagla Mistry, the question is, how did she get moved from a position to become connected to, let's just say, the duplicate of late Mr. Kiran Merchant? How was she taken there? There is no connect actually, if you think about it, between the two. There's no connect. What is it that brought them to, how did it happen? So I came to this conclusion because we're getting everywhere, we're getting that the Fernandeses are involved. As much as I don't want it, but that's how it is coming up everywhere. So there are 3 boys and 1 girl and 1 mother. So say one brother takes care of one location, another one another location. One identity of somebody who is known, the other one the identity of somebody who is also known. Between themselves, they keep moving the victim and presenting themselves, mixing things up all the time. And they are connected with the film industry for sure, because the use of intercepting calls, voice change, face change, that seems to be the name of the game. Another thing, because I got that my mom and the shapeshifter for Kiran Merchant, the real Kiran Narottam Das Merchant, they're in Chile, South America. So I had already told you, I do think that Elon is no more. That's what my reading was saying, that Elon Musk, the real Elon Musk, is no more. We have his name in this reading. He's M-U-S-C, not M-U-S-K. It is Tony Fernandez who is shapeshifting for Elon Musk. It is Agnello Fernandez who has shapeshifted for late Mr. Kiran Narottam Das Merchant. Rocky Fernandez, according to my understanding, has been shape-shifting in SKF and as PM Modi. And let's again say PM Modi being late Mr. PM Modi, but not before being put into a Nidra state. Tony Fernandez for late real Mr. Elon Musk. The place where these guys have opened the new Tesla showroom is where? Bandra Kurla complex. Where is Bandra Kurla complex? Bandra Kurla complex, if it is over here, then 5 minutes away is Dharav E, the slum area where the driver used to stay. Name is Muthuswamy. From this complex, Bandra East is just a 5-minute drive. You come to where you used to live before, on the other side. But that's not the point. The point is even bigger than that, because now what is history. Who have gone. But who are still there and who are going to go, that's what you got to stop. If you don't, you're joining them wherever their future journey is taking them, and it's not a nice one. It's a shitty one. So I'm saying, if Boca Chica is where all of Elon Musk, the real guy's property was sold, then move to Boca Chica, which is at Texas. That's close to the border of Mexico. From Mexico, you go to Chile. Find out how easy it is. Because one brother abducts the cola, or then the youngsters, or then those they want to dispose of. But greed is at the highest level. So they don't just abduct or murder these guys. They have done it in India, and they have done it with many people. The who's who. They have done this in China too. So they abduct you, then they siphon you off, send you off across the border through Mexico. I'm guessing there could be a facility at that Kalamata or Kalamata, 2.5 hours away from that Antofagasta or whatever it is called. What is it called? Antofagasta. In Chile. I've mentioned it before, you just have a look. Because what my reading was saying is, these guys then harass whoever they put into a Nidra state. Then what they do is they steal the conscience. Then they steal the genealogy and the DNA. Finally, they knife the person and sell the body parts wherever they can make the money. This is why they don't murder them immediately. The last 4 in India were murdered immediately at that JNPT place because there was no time. It was only a 5-day trip. So they were shot. They were shot with guns. But Varsha was knifed, and I don't know who else was knifed. And she says those parts are sold. As an example, that Varsha's DNA was stolen and sold. There are 3 babies I see on the internet who look like they could be Varsha's DNA. She has confirmed one of them, 1 or 2 of them. Okay, so I brought it to your notice why this has happened. And how the trade of your cola people from America is going to happen. Yesterday, almost immediately, they have put up something about caring for the elderly or being around the elderly. So if Bezos had any elderly people around him, they're going for them. Also, when it comes to Trump's family, I told you have to be very careful. They'll be going for you. And when they replicate you, no one will know better. They've already done this for many years, ever since, what, the 90s? I'm trying to understand over here. So I told you Sanhattan and the Sanhata. What do you call it? Sanata Dharma, right? Sanata Dharma. So Sanhattan is from the replica of Manhattan, New York City in Santiago of Chile. Maybe somebody went over there and so picked it up from there. I'm trying to find the name of that place. I can't remember it. It's called Kalama. It's not Kalamata, it's Kalama. Okay, so the place is Calama, Chile, and the other one is Antofagasta. So Antofagasta is right. It is Calama, which is not Kalamata. It's Calama. Okay, Calama. That's Calama. That's Antofagasta. Okay, so since we've shown this, that's good enough. Okay, can we start a session? Anybody over here? Are you happy I finished the Ramayana? Do you see the miscreants getting caught? No, physically caught. Did I come to any kind of an appropriate conclusion connected with Boca Chica to Calama or then that Antofagasta and the Mexico border? Tony Fernandez being the augur that was mentioned. He's shapeshifting for Elon Musk. Over here he's written as ELON MUSC. Agnolo Fernandez has shapeshifted for Kiran Merchant. So, late Mr. Kiran Narottam Das Merchant has a shapeshifter called Agnello, who's the brother of Tony Fernandez, who's the augur as per the read. So, the one who's in Chile, are they opening some new center or has that center already opened? Is it the same thing they did in Panvel that they're planning to do over there? Which is abduct the rich people, then put them in the Nidra state, steal their conscience, harass them as much as possible, maybe rape also, then steal the DNA and the genealogy, sell it at high prices, and finally sell their body parts when, if anybody goes spits at them, somebody gets angry. So they just cut them up and sell the body parts. Is that true? So that's what they're planning in Chile or somewhere in South America, wherever he goes. Am I in South America as of now? Am I physically at South America as of now? Is Agnello Fernandez under an assumed identity, maybe changed identity, DNA change, genealogy change, something stolen from Ashish Bhatia as well, for the Bhatia bloodline? Kiran Merchant as well, for the Bhatia bloodline? Anita, my mom, is with him. She knows he is not the real Kiran Merchant. He harassed her on her birthday on the 12th of July 2025. this year? He's a horrendous being. We got the word cruel for him. He's ugly, right? Very, very ugly. They're a very ugly family. The funny part is Rosie, Rocky, Agnello, and Tony. It comes to ratting. The other one is Fats. F is for Fernandez. A is for Agnello. R is for Rocky and Rosie. And T is for Tony. Like really stinky stuff. Anyway, you want me to continue this read? Okay. We're going to discuss Cyrus and Elon today. The Cyrus mentioned over here is the real Cyrus Mistry. The real Cyrus Mistry is in his human form today. Is he in his physical body today? Is the real Cyrus Mistry in his physical body today? Is he in the same state as Tremona? Is he in the same state as Tremona? Is he in the same state as JAYA.ADVANI? You're saying they put him into a Nidra already? Was he in a Nidra yesterday when I checked with you? They're planning to send him to Chile or something of that sort? Or to send him to, like, through Mexico to Chile or something of that sort? They're planning to keep a whole lot of people that they abduct. Are they planning to send Sanche there too? Sanche is in a guni or in a bag. They're planning to send them to Chile. Okay, we'll just go ahead and see whatever is. This stuff is old stuff, right? This is old stuff where there was a lot of conning that has happened. So I'll just show them what these guys have done. Okay. So Cyrus had been brought out of his Nidra state in Qatar Fatar, and now he was even in America for a little while. He was warned he's not with the original, but okay, they've already put him into a Nidra state. He's already off. This is not the original, this is about the past. What these guys have done on his name. So yesterday these people were sitting and talking a lot of shit in my ears. They've been doing so for the last 3 days, and there's an ugly woman who keeps talking in a deep voice. She's a real bitch. So that hard-hearted, ugly bitch keeps talking in my ear. So every time they're fucking around with somebody who's of a high birth, these fucks come talk some shit and disturb me the entire night. No, Indian military has to look into it. They say the RAW is involved in taking what the wealth is. The RAW can only be involved in taking the wealth that is stolen if Rocky Fernandez, shape-shifting for PM Modi, put the RAW into place. Otherwise, it is not possible to biometric your eyes to the RSS, to the ATS, and to the ED. You can't do that. Unless you're not bloody shape-shifting for the PM himself, who's dead. Now, I don't know what the truth of this thing is, to tell you quite frankly. But this has got to do with United Breweries, and this is something that's happened in the past. Who is Jeru also? I have no idea. But we keep getting the name Jeru up or J up all the time, right? So it becomes important. You can see that either this is Cyrus con, somebody conned, or he was pretending to be Cyrus. It could be Rocky Fernandez who was doing so. It is Tony Fernandez who is shapeshifting at X and for Elon's camp. Rocky Fernandez in India, Tony Fernandez in Elon's camp, Agnello Fernandez in South America as Kiran Merchant. The sister, we're not sure is where. Plus another about 75 recruited co-ed from Regina Pacis to contribute to the shape-shifting, to herd a particular victim in a particular direction where they can then put the person, maybe chloroform them or what, I don't know, but ultimately play with the DNA or CRISPR them after they've grabbed the DNA and then steal the genealogy and then do away with the person, but take the body parts and again resell it. That's the business, one of the businesses. Now they're going for the cola of the America. He has already told you that. When it comes to Mr. Bezos, this nonsense that we keep hearing on electronics is nothing from Bezos' SATA drives. Bezos' company, Mr. Jeff Bezos and Scott McKinsey's business has the highest reach digitally, and that's what they grabbed in 2000 and stealth mode 2013 onwards, full-fledged 2015 onwards. He's already got a 10-year head start with Bezos' business. But it is the same freaking attitude. What's the attitude? He goes to a place and he says, all this is mine. He just takes it that that's his, he's going to grab it. He's done it in 96 at my home for property that was, they call it dimes. And it is dimes compared to the amount of heist these guys have done. But wherever these people have gone, they've only stolen. There's conning of the highest order. Whether it is shape-shifting, wearing other people's identities, a bunch of them herding a particular victim, putting them in a place. So let's just say Rocky Fernandez can play the role of Cyrus Mistry, or Tony Fernandez can play the role of Cyrus Mistry. They heard a Rohika Chagla Mistry to their brother who's playing Kiran Merchant and has also played a role in Gerua. If you understand what herding the victim is. So for the originals, these guys go present themselves and herd the victim to a position where then they can pull the victim off, and they already have somebody, they've got 20 shapeshifters for one person coming and going from that spot. In the case of Cyrus Mistry and Rohika Chagla Mistry, they don't stay in one place according to me. More difficult to find, because when they brought people shapeshifting into, I think, Forge as well, were only 2 people. Yet it is so difficult to pinpoint and say no, but something is wrong over here. So when you're living overseas in different locations, and it is a family which, you know, is probably traveling some bit, and every family member has its own agenda, not necessarily in one spot, it becomes a lot more easier to complicate it. I know that my aunt in United Breweries is traveling all the time. Her son, her daughter, her daughter-in-laws, all are only traveling. Why are they only traveling? Very difficult to pin down. But that's where these guys take the highest amount of advantage. All this is history. Whatever it is over here has already happened in history. United Breweries is nothing but USL, United Spirits Limited, and Kingfisher. So I really would like you to catch the miscreants, because I think these guys have taken a lot of flack for something they haven't even actually. It is the rats and stinky farts who've done all the bloody messing up. So in all probability, Rocky Fernandez shapeshifted for Cyrus at that point in time. Either it was an NOC that was required, and even if it's an NOC, it is a conning issue, because Rocky Fernandez does not have the right to be Cyrus Mistry. Agnello Fernandez does not have the right to be Kiran Merchant. Rocky Fernandez does not have the right to shapeshift for Narendra Damodar Das Modi. Tony Fernandez does not have the right to be standing in as Elon Musk, or then to shapeshift for Rahul Gandhi. We don't know how they do it. MG is MG Road, or is it a general manager at United Breweries? X is connected with Tony Fernandez. Even if you see his family name, so if you can understand over here, it's definitely somebody who was shape shifting. It is not the original. So I have a feeling on X there is a conversation that has been put up saying that, telling Ramesh Advani and Jaya.ADVANI, or telling Jaya.ADVANI is a lesbian connected with some LGBT group. So all the conversations that have been recorded are primarily false evidence. So before I left for New Zealand, what did Koshi auntie, or whoever was being Koshi Gupta at that point in time, what did she tell me at that time? She said, everybody will call you a lesbian. And I said, I don't know what happened. Why is she telling me everyone will call me a lesbian? I have to had 3 boyfriends. Plus I've had one failed marriage, and I got out saying that there's something wrong with the boy. So suddenly how did I become a lesbian? So in my mind, because she's my father's sister, I said, okay, all right, maybe she's angry with me because I'm going away to New Zealand And I've also, said some stuff against the boy much earlier, 10 years earlier. Suddenly, I don't know, 8 years earlier. Why is she like suddenly come back with old topics? But I said, she's my father's sister. Everyone's growing old. Just let it be. And I said, anyway, I need to go away to New Zealand. I need a break from this place. So I said, screw it. And I just moved on. But this makes sense because maybe somebody made a call, and that was nothing but Rocky Fernandez pretending to be Cyrus Mistry, or calling Cyrus Mistry and telling him, no, I think he would have, they mess around. This lot of four, the Fernandezes, have had the audacity to wear the ED's ET. If these people, if Rocky Fernandez has shapeshifted for Salman Khan and SKF after he has gotten rid of Cyrus Mistry, then he's gone to town. They're shameless, they're very bad background from the looks of it. And they have huge amount of psychological issues. If you study them very closely and under a very deep microscope, they are A-grade liars. And if India's RAW has been put into place by this lot, pretending to be Mr. Modi, who's long dead, holding the Bhagavad Gita, talking about righteousness and unrighteousness, and Indian army is getting its cues from them. The Indian police is getting the cues from them. The ED is getting the cues from them. Then less said the better. You need military action to pick these guys up at any cost. Or what they've done in our home, they're just going to rampage the population and they don't care. They're desperate. So either they're going to kill everybody or you're going to get them. If they kill everybody, you're going down with them wherever they have earned, but triple or whatever they've earned. You Rocky Fernandez phone as Cyrus Mistry, I have a feeling. Him with maybe that boy called Rajkumar. This boy, I think, has shapeshifted with this guy. Both of them shapeshift in the film industry. This one could be shapeshifting for SRK. That one for Salman Khan. If you think, is the name Kumar over here? CUMAR. Horrendous being. In fact, what I have put out on the internet, that singing and song, that shit, sounds like this guy. He sounds like a hijra. Like a girly, high-pitched, womanly voice on a boy. Curly-haired, brown-faced boy. According to my understanding, this boy could be from Sudan, somewhere over there. That same out of the country, close to Africa, Middle East, that kind of stuff. So these guys come to work in our homes to clean it, and on the back of it they leave mix and bugs around. They also intercept calls and they exchange calls. Then they wear the bodysuit and then intercept meetings also, and create a hell of a lot of damage amongst relationships amongst the original people who would not ever harm anybody. But this lot only harms. And they have done so much damage to every household. They beat elderly people. So if Bezos is no more, and these people have recently got married and are staying somewhere close to Bezos' relatives, especially Bezos' children, Bezos and Scott McKinsey's kids need to be very careful. They'll be going for you. Who they're going for next? They have a replica waiting. You call me Kaam Wali Wine? What did you say? Kaam Wali Wine. Little bitch, you just get out of your fucking body. You're going to be parasite and pig shit. You won't be getting a human body. You're already a parasite and pig shit. Wasted human birth. That decision comes from the upper realms where you're not going for the crap you've given with or the crap you've done. Shit from a fucking sewer shithole. So URF 1C Mystery and Raj Bug Texas or Lieutenant Texas SL Texas. This is the name of the game from the past. If you understand if you understood the modus operandi, today I did the Ramayana. In the Ramayana, it says that the Kshatriya class is not supposed to take even one gift from anybody. So, murdering, slaughtering, and grabbing for people in law and order is absolutely going to take you to the shithole called Nark Patal. Triple that of those who have been doing this without holding that post of law and order. So you must understand that the situation is quite serious. It's not a joke. यहाँ पे तो कितना खाएगा? Always remember, your salaries come from the business class. That class will ensure you don't get anything. Whether it is people in government, your money comes from the business class. Whether it is people in law and order, your money comes from the business class. Whether it is the salaried, your money comes from the business class. That class decides to shut its doors on you. You got no hope left. And that is the class you have messed with in this birth. No, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. Most of them have gone away to the higher realms. They are trillionaires and billionaires. They will stop everything for you. Any which ways, 2 years ago you were told Lakshmi Mata is leaving from here. What will remain with the miscreants is only a Lakshmi. Wherever you go, you will only have a Lakshmi. A Lakshmi is the height of misfortune. She is the exact opposite of her sister called Lakshmi Mata. So if Lakshmi Mata is prosperity in every sense, her sister a Lakshmi is devastation, deprivation, poverty of the highest order in every sense. So that was told from 2019-20 as downloads to you people. That Lakshmi Mata is leaving you. Because I don't know what you have supported. You have supported a lot of thrashy stuff and you made lots of poor excuses for why you're supporting thrashy stuff. So somebody over here wears the tuxedo and that was bugged also. this is the voice you heard in that useless, cheap song that was being sung out in my balcony. राजकुमार, जब तुम काम करता है हमारे घर में, तो हिजरा का जैसा आवाज़ तुम लोग जो चोरी करता है, मर्डर करता है, साइनिंग डीडी के क्या ऊपर करेगा? कोटक बैंक में कैसे? तुमको अलाउ कौन करता है? Who allows you to do that? Then cheaply, what kind of songs, on what kind of mic do you play in my home? तुमने रजिस्ट्रार ऑफिस में ऊपर नीचे क्या किया है? 96 lakhs I have paid. You made an entry of 86,000 on the back of what? Then tell me this read is not true. Then what is India's government doing? Do we even have a government, or is it a fast government in which SKF के जो 9 है, Salman Khan was murdered in 2009. You're telling me rotational PM Modi के जगह पे जो नरेंद्र दामोदर दास Modi is supposed to be dead, murdered, put into a nidra exactly the same way before he was done away with. Sometimes Rocky Fernandez becomes what? SKF. Other times he's becoming Modi. Then you'll decide the Raw with this kind of activity. How can Raw function? That is why artificial intelligence threw that Raw ate. Raw will never eat unless they are not put together by scamsters. Then only Raw can eat. And the proper Raw people, you would have confused them, taken them one by one and slaughtered them. This is what they've done. They have infiltrated 10% of the Indian army. You take my word for it. These kind of people should never be allowed to enter your homes. When they enter, this is the guy who must have poked something in my ear. Isn't this telling the truth? Vivek's name is not here. Have you shapeshifted for Mr. Bansal or some large e-commerce firm? What did you do in the back end of the technology of his firm? Come on. You made lots of noise on EEE using that bloody hijra tone. Come on, give a straight answer. Seedha jawab. Come on. Enough bullshit. Garbage. So this and this shit puts people on their list in a rut. What is that list? So it is like a list. India put out a list of 500 of the richest men around the world. Then India's top richest people. So these guys have a list where they go in and grab. How do they do that? I've already explained it to you. What do they do with the leftover relatives who they know are the originals? This is one example of what they do. Shit! You are parasite in pig shit. Nobody should give you fucks a job. आगे जाके जब तू भीख मांगेगा नौकरी के लिए, लोग तुम पे पत्थर फेंकेंगे, थूकेंगे, मरने देंगे. लेकिन तुमको नौकरी कोई नहीं देगा. Make sure you and the garbage you come from and the supporters filled with shit that support you understand it. Once you are gone, 40% of fucks around the whole world going to Nark Patal, some of you Atala Vitala if you have kept it straight, but still not kept it straight. Especially this bunch of you that's going to Nark and Patala. Whether it is one kalpa, whether it is 70 kalpas. Rocky Fernandez has earned 40 kalpas, and if I get audience of Shirdi Sai Baba and the afterlife, in fact I am saying it right now, if I get the audience of Shirdi Sai Baba, Shivji, Shani, Yamma, I will insist that till you bloody cheapsters don't pay off your debts, Nark to Nark, Patal to Patal, पहले जब तक तू तुम्हारे जो डेट्स असली ऋण और रिपो जो तुमने कमाया है जब तक तू वो खत्म नहीं करे पेमेंट करने के लिए, तुमको कोई फॉर्म ऐसे नहीं मिले जहां पे तू एक फ्रैक्शन एक mm का हिल सकता है. जो तुमको पेमेंट करना है तू पेमेंट करते जाओ उस टाइम तक जब तक तुमने ऋण रिपू जो तुमने बनाया है टॉपअप पे टॉपअप, लोन पे लोन, वो तू चिकता नहीं करे. And same for that woman who has shapeshifted for Anita. Sly woman, ugly sly woman. You are an ugly sly woman. You are not my mother. You don't have what my mom is, a very straightforward woman. You are shifty-eyed slight shown by my own Satya Sai Baba. So you woman have got 65 kalpas, Nark and Patal. Till you don't finish what is due from you, you will get no form. No form, not even a fucking bird or an animal. Nothing. Till you don't finish your debts in a form that does not allow you to move even a fraction of an mm. So if that be true and if this Shani listens, तो तू जो जिस घटिया तरीके से cruel as shit, useless as shit, जो तुमने किया है, जिस तरीके से तुमने किया है, भगवान तुमको ठोस ठोस के पेमेंट करवाते जाए उस ऋण रिपू, वो भी इन दी फ्रॉम द आफ्टर लाइफ, सही तरीके से फ्रॉम द आफ्टर लाइफ. This says it all. What is the background of this chap? The village he comes from, he is the third generation. So during my grandmother's time, and maybe while I was growing up, and my mom being, the lady of the house, where Rosie was working as a secretary in the home office, this guy's relative, in those days, because it was the olden days, they weren't allowed really to do anything but take the garbage and clean toilets. That's if people allow them into the house. Sometimes they don't even, in the conservative houses, they say, no, take the garbage from out only and go. But like that, they go and do the work in the whole locality. This guy is his descendant. Who's this chap? This chap is from Rat family, or Fat family. Who is Rat family? Rosie, Rocky, Agnello, Tony, Fernandez. That becomes Rat. But Fat is the whole thing because that is Fernandez, Agnello, Rocky, Rosie, Tony. The whole thing comes in. That's grandmother has worked as a maid in my home during my grandmother's time. That one's mother has worked as a secretary in the home office. JAYA.ADVANI and company and Kani and company. Even before I was born. I was born in 73. Varsha.ADVANI, who is already late Varsha.ADVANI, she was CRISPR to look as, I think, Anita Merchant. She was in Panvel. For 9 years, raped and then murdered. Before that, Kiran Merchant, the real husband of the real Anita Kiran Narottam Das Merchant, was taken underground in 2000, murdered in 2009. Few months overlap with Ajay Devgan's beau at that time, Kajol Mukherjee. Kajol Mukherjee done away by April 2000 itself. Everything that's gone wrong, including my life and my personal life, is because of these kind of people. Now you want to tell me Raw is functioning okay in India? This is how you function? You dare to call me ISI? If I'm not ISI, but I'm a granddaughter of a zamindar who left Hyderabad Sindh during Hindustan and was in Bombay for 4 years of Hindustan. And his kids married really well, did well in business, and you screwed them up. If that is the truth, what should we do with you? तुम्हारे साथ तुम्हारे जो घटिया झूठ है, तुम लोगों के साथ क्या करूं? What should I do? Nobody will spare you if you lied. Make sure you understand that. We don't have time for these thrashy things. Business is business. We need to have money rolling in, doing the right karma. We are more connected with doing righteous karma than you ever could be. You are so righteous that something that has happened ages ago. Rosie's food was not in the package. Rosie never talked about all the time when the guests come to our house, food forever is coming from outside the fucking house. Never spoke about that. What's happened in the 70s, my parents have divorced also. My mom has got married to the man she was interested in. You didn't consider any of that. 2009 you talk about, and you fed Rosie stale food. That justifies you going to America and murdering people. Murdering millionaires, trillionaires. Grabbing their assets, misusing their companies. Bugging and what? What nonsense is this? And you fed Rosie stale food. Justifies all the murder you've done, all the stealing you've done. Says who? You're going to be born as bacteria and pig shit, as one of the narkas. You will not get anything more than that until you don't pay off your time of rin ripu earned by you. You will get no other birth. You will not get a birth where you can manipulate it. I am giving you full guarantee. Till the time you don't come and pay off your debts. I told you I am very strict. And when I am strict with knowledge, with proof of what you have done, and from the appropriate place. Not just bloody thrashing and throwing slush on people so I can survive in one life. No, I can be inconvenient and inconvenienced in one life. As long as I put you in your place for the long term. That's the way it's been from the time I was a child. Alright? Hear it well? Let it assimilate in you properly. You ain't seen nothing yet. This guy and his brother, who has done cleaning in our house, they've rotated themselves for how many years? Bombay's constables know these people? You were on radio talking shit, sending the EE crap up to the first floor for Jaswell. You just get out of the body, you'll come to know. Don't worry. 40% जो पॉपुलेशन है, और जो क्रीम जो है ना, सबसे टॉपर्स पीएचडी पे पीएचडी किया है 420 में. नरक पाताल बस वहीं पे एंड होता है. और इस टाइम तुमको ह्यूमन बॉडी तो छोड़, जानवर का भी बॉडी नहीं मिलेगा आगे जाके. जब तक तू जो ऋण रिपू जिस तरीके से कमाया है, जब तक उसको तू चुकता नहीं करे, 40 कल्पा तो 40 कल्पा, 70 कल्पा तो 70 कल्पा, पहले तू तेरा ऋण रिपू वो भी भगवान के घर से पहले खत्म कर, फिर आगे का सोच। उसके पहले तुमको कुछ और नहीं मिलेगा। Wherever there is lie, Rocky Fernandez apparently is involved. So he has an old ET of restaurant, somebody who's a restaurant. Don't know who that person is, could be Katrina, I don't know. She's no more on her body. Katrina Kef. This is what she said. Yesterday was her birthday. Yesterday we got my cousin Trimona's name also. This guy has only lied using other people's ETs, including the ED. How can you take decisions when people like this stand in wearing the ETs of very, very serious positions? No, you have harassed a civilian for no rhyme or reason. For what? There's so much damage that has happened in the business class. How you can even have a face? How are you not ashamed? RF is cruel. This bunch of people who have done what they've done, they got no guilty conscience. I believe one of the Fernandezes have shapeshifted in that 5-month marriage to late Mr. Sanjeev Rajan Lekraj. You had the gall to enter the marital bedroom of your mother and grandmother's ex-employer's granddaughter and daughter, being filthy. What is it? That slum made you filthy? Or it's just in the ancestry to be filthy? Is the desperation of that Bombay? What is it? 52% of slums? And you don't know how to handle it? So you'll shove everything under the carpet and everybody else is going to be taking the shit because you are incompetent? Then you are so shameless. You will further throw trash on people you have already thrashed, who from the business class. You are slum dwellers, starting with the top. अब जब तू बॉडी से निकलेगा तो कक्का सुसु और उल्टी उसमें बस जर्म बन के रहेगा। 40 कल्पा तो 40 कल्पा। पहले खत्म करो जो ऋण रिपू तुमने कमाया है एक सोसाइटी बन के। First you fucking finish that, then you bloody get anything you have earned. Stinking stealers. Garbage bloody fucking trashy nonsense. May you rot for eternity. Bhimra has got to do with Rohika. But these are different bloody components. You want to see my cousin's name over here? Now, when it comes to my cousin, whenever people have needed to leave the house and go somewhere else, it is always some bloody useless crap like that that has entered our home shape-shifting. Because this guy is genuinely toxic. Shit from the shit pit. So in our home, to tell you quite frankly, 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, my father's sister would leave the house and go away to one of the 5 houses that she has in Bangalore, needing to get away. I would go away to the suburban house in Bombay. Sarah would go to work. Shamlu got a part-time job. Varsha used to find something to do with herself, go away to work. The atmosphere becomes very toxic when these people come into our homes. And whenever there's fucking around, it's always a toxic environment. Pramila travels all the time abroad. Shambhav E also travels all the time abroad. That's because there's somebody toxic around. And the toxic person is not ever from our family. We have dealt with a lot of crap since 1996 by shitty bloody bastards, frankly, who had nothing to give and take with our family. You stank, you stole, you lied, and on the back of that crap you grew, but you didn't grow alone. Those who fucking put you to work grew on the back of crap like you. That is the reason the decision is absolutely adamant. You will only be born at the bacterial level till you don't finish off for those who have got Patal and Nark. Only few names have come out. Like that, there are plenty who even work then. Till you, तुमको बोला है तू एक fraction of an mm हिल नहीं पाएगा. ऐसे जो है वही प्लान है. तू करते जाओ, बुकिंग करना वो मेरा काम, और तुमको बताना साइड बाय साइड वो भी मेरा काम. If this is Subhash Gupta, he's our uncle. He's Kosher Auntie's husband. So these two fucks are cruel using X, I have a feeling, to Trimona, to me, and to Subhash uncle. Maybe this chap, one of these, has also shapeshifted at some point in time as Subhash uncle. That's just garbage. Listen, I don't like when you use the word honey. These are domestic help byproducts. And when they moved ahead in life, they've only stolen. I don't like crappy shit talking shit at my home. Ideally, the army should shoot you at sight. That's if they have any shame. But if their luck is not such, then they'll be going down with you into Nark Patal, well earned by you, along with anybody who has dared to be in the parliament and not sorted it the way they should have. Instead of fuel the fire and made a bigger mess, stealing from billionaires. You're going to make this a $1 trillion economy. I want to see who from the spirit realm who you stole from will allow you to. तुम्हारे साथ बस अलक्ष्मी ही बासी माल रह के ही रहेगी. You will not ever be forgiven. I want you to understand this very clearly. You don't know, but you have fucked around with the right person. You will not ever be forgiven. You have literally messed around with somebody who has kept with the Hindu spirit laws. Luckily, you picked up the Bhagavad Gita pretending to be Mr. Modi, but then fucked around worse than the Taliban. Or what's the other one? So anyway, you got nothing to give and take with me. You're the kind of employee nobody should ever hire. That's it. You're very poor quality. Nobody should give you a job or any form of sustenance. You should find it yourself. She's supposed to be down in a facility. Cyrus is going to be joining them soon. My cousin JAYA.ADVANI also is with her. Recent addition. Sanche and Cyrus Mistry are going to be added to them. This cousin of mine met a man. And that she had met a man who was appropriate. This girl is Trimona Hingurani, Viveka Malani. Her first marriage didn't work. She has a son called Rahul Malani. Her husband remarried. He was in Singapore doing pretty well. Now this girl sometime in 2006-7 is supposed to have met a very nice man suitable to her mother also. But younger than her, I think. But not much was said about it. But if her mother says the boy is suitable, that means he has to have been either her own father, Mr. Mohan Hingorani, was a managing director of a company called Binny's here in Bangalore. Her mother remarried after becoming a widow to Mr. Vithal Malia of United Spirits Limited of today, or Kingfisher, or United Breweries. So her history is to be around people who are managing directors, CEOs and chairmen. So my assumption was she had found somebody appropriate because he was in one of those positions. Nothing much was discussed. I want to know, because he talks about somebody being very cruel to her. And she is the girl who Koshi Gupta 2015 says, or 2010, 11, 12, 13 says, Trimona had the most traumatic life. I say, how can Trimona have the most traumatic life? How? So if all of us in India, because this girl lived in Boca Raton in Florida, Miami. So if she did have a traumatic life, in India all of us were moving out of our homes and going and living in our suburban apartments to be away from the toxicity. The man she thought she was involved with, was he actually shapeshifted for by the rats? And that will not be surprising. And that's how the confusion could have yet once again gone out of hand, involving that man, his family, our family, her family, because the rats then would have maneuvered every individual, shape-shifting, bugging places, intercepting calls, fucking around like nobody's business and stealing on the back of it. And leaving who to take the blame? The ones who fucking earned the money. That is why the business class will not ever forgive you. Your bloody salary, employment, whether private or public, whether it's law and order, whether it is taxes, whatever the spending is, it comes from the business class. And the dimes, thanks to some fucks. But there are trillionaires who've been stolen from. They are in the afterlife. They will not ever forgive you. Nowhere in the world. And when they are the business class and they make profits, no, that means Lakshmi Mata is with them. When you have to do what you've done, it means you had so much debt. पहले ही और लक्ष्मी तुम्हारे साथ रही है. Slum dweller of 3 generations. And when you get ahead, what have you done? What did you do? How did you do? Who all supported you? This is Fernandez, that is Agnello, that is Rocky and Rosie, and that is Tony. Now the point is, this Rosie Fernandez's mother, Carmeline, has worked at our home during my grandmother's time, where Kailash Aunty was still not married. But Kailash Aunty is very particular about things, Kala is very particular about things, Lakshmi.ADVANI is very particular about things. This is like the 60s. Did this guy, he has gone for all the grandchildren, whether it's Kani's older daughter, who's me, or then Trimona, who's Kailash's older daughter. This bitch calls Kailash Paw. What the fuck? You're okay? Or you took Kailash Aunty off and fucked around? What style? IS style? Because Paw has one eye out and a broken jaw and a twisted mouth. What are you trying to say? Can you say? Can you confess? What is that bloody fucking fan talking? Or is that Lang? Mrs. Kailash Hingorani, my pendulum says, died. A natural death, was not murdered. January 2025. She was Mrs. Ritu Malia, legally married to Mr. Vittal Malia for 11 years. You fucked around in 1987. And whoever did so, you harmed Kani Advani and his sister Kailash Hingorani. Or then at that time, Ritu Malia. So if you know what you did, you fucked. Nark and Patal is waiting for you until you don't pay off your bloody debts, which has frankly gone and ripple effect all around the world. Stinking stealing from the business class. So till you don't pay off your debts to everybody, you're going nowhere. 15 nark hai, you read it. There are 15 types of hell, you read it. You're going to live only those 15. And to go to Patal, till you don't finish your time of nark completely, you will not get your chance at Patal. That's another decision. It's my decision. And that's the way it's going to happen. That's the only way it's going to happen. You've been given warning upon warning. You've been told nicely way before. When you think you are that great, you bloody be great when it takes to taking responsibility and finishing what's due from you. Alright? And that also over here you got a chance to hear me. Once you're out of here, you will not be hearing anything. Straight to the grind. Alright? These are the culprits. You catch 4 of them, you catch 1 of them. You did deep mind on me. You sold my mind to the bloody fucking ER. With whose permission? Buying from whom? Buying fucking from whom? You sold this country. And you have depleted the resources of most countries, including Russia. You have allowed criminals in every place. Nobody will ever support you in the future because it takes hard work to build. It's very easy to become a billionaire overnight. That's when you steal the way you did it. Maybe there is a J who's not JAYA.ADVANI. She's called J over there. She's not me. I've never been to America after 10 years old. He's supposed to be in America right now and going into a Nidra state, or has already been sent over there on his way to Mexico. Do we have Mexico over here? MEXICO. No. What is the CIA doing? I don't understand. What's the bloody FBI doing? What's wrong with you? I don't know if Cyrus Mistry is a trillionaire. Maybe his net worth with his wife, Rohika Chagla Mistry. Maybe that makes them trillionaires. I don't know. Not sure. Bezos definitely is a trillionaire. He's supposed to have already left his body. He was not done. He says it was a slit like my sister, because body parts were sold, and also I think the genome or the DNA was stolen to make, designer babies. So if they see that you have the ability to do something, you got some special trait, like you're a woman and you've built an empire, which means there's something in your DNA, something in you that gave you the fortitude. That was Noogie. So they grab that and want to create more of that. And when they price it and they sell it in a grey market, then the old style of selling kidney, liver, whatever, heart, whatever, that they dissect the body apparently and then sell those parts. That was confirmed to me via the pendulum. That's why I'm saying it. Not out of my imagination, because the pendulum told me. Okay, so I'm repeating that without doing the pendulum. The trillionaire, whoever the trillionaire is, Bezos is a trillionaire, Elon is a trillionaire. So if we see Bezos, he's called Besu or Besu, B-E-S-U. Jeff, J-E-F, B-E-S-U or B-E-S-O. Elon, E-L-O-N, M-U-S-C. They're all trillionaires, right? Billionaires, trillionaires. Together they become a trillionaire. What about the king? I'm zillion% sure in the Middle East, these guys have stolen resources from the kingdoms who are trillions in the Middle East. Their research, their ability to CRISPR comes from there. They have grabbed something from there and then brought in I don't know what. How you can dare to call it Illuminati? What you have allowed in? CM can also be the chief minister. So maybe one of these guys, Rocky Fernandez or Tony Fernandez or Agnello Fernandez, at some point in time could have shapeshifted for a CM too. I got there is a shapeshifter for Mr. L.K. Advani. But that same guy can shapeshift for Mr. Yedurappa also. Mr. Yedurappa lost his granddaughter. Let's hope it wasn't the work of the shapeshifter. You make the connection yourself. The guy who's shapeshifting for Mr. L.K. Advani or who has done so is supposed to be sick and toxic. So, if we're looking at trillionaires, are the billionaires over here? I think you must, your FBI, CIA, whatever you have, I think you need to work together, otherwise you're going down with the culprits. No, I'm not joking. It's very hard work to make money. Then when that money is earned, it has to be appropriately expended. So that Lady Luck stays with you, you earn good karma, and you can continue being prosperous. Maybe people like Cyrus Mistry will not understand it because they're born in families that are already established. But people like Bezos will tell you. Right? A man who tells you, please treat every day like it's your first day at work, so you're enthusiastic and you help the country, the company grow, and he's giving you good salaries and good amenities or good perks. Suddenly, how do you paste his photo on YouTube and say, you can become a billionaire overnight. Very easy to become a billionaire. How do you do that? Other than stealing, how do you do that? I don't understand how Bangalore comes into the picture. I'm in Bangalore. I got nothing to do with the justice. I got nothing to do with Rohika Chagla Mistry. I got nothing to do with Cyrus Mistry. I got these are ex-employees' children, grandchildren. X is in America. They keep making stupid sounds in my home. It's so irritating. So, okay, they keep making bangle sounds from my body. Now, I have managed to get some crap out of my hands, and hopefully, in a week's time, this shit will be off for my full body. But purposely, when that Errol has come to Bombay, that time SL and this fuck has entered my home. But what around my home? You are playing Rohika Chagla Mistry used to wear bangles. You're playing that in my home. Who are you trying to again fool? I don't understand. I don't wear bangles. I just don't wear. I hate the extra jewelry. I dress in t-shirt and jeans. You can't wear bangles. I sit at home. I'm not a fucking Christmas tree. And I don't work in fucking Bollywood. She must be wearing salwar, so you dress that way. I don't. So this asks from X or something he has taken of hers. Now, if you want to know about the truth about Rohika Chagla Mistry, according to my read, she's supposed to not be in her body anymore. Did she ever wear bangles? I have no idea. Maybe he has taken reels of her when she did, when she would have been CRISPR'd to be my mom or living in Bhimra's house. I don't think she was wearing bangles. I don't know. I don't know. Bhimra is the neighbor of my mom in Lunavla. They bought a bungalow paying extra money in later years. I don't even know when. You find out which year. Also find out where they came from. If it is after 2009, it is part of the East. Maybe it's one of the places they can hold people before getting rid of them. I don't know. You do the bloody investigation. So anyway, they play these fucking bangle sounds whole fucking night. They're sitting talking in my fucking ear, insulting me all the time. I'm just sleeping because I'm too tired. I couldn't give a rat's ass. I consider you bacteria in excreta of a pig. Not even bloody the excreta and not even the bloody pig, but the bacteria in it. You understand? Incompetent rats. Yes, shit. I think to get the whole thing, we'll have to put this way. So you know who the people are who are responsible for it. I am not Rohika Chagla Mistry. If you were trying to, I was told that you have gone and taken Cyrus Mistry, taken him to America. Now recently, yesterday he was in his conscious state. Today you put him in a Nidra state. You use sacks, the sackcloth, S-A-C, or the guni, which is G-U-N-I. You're planning to move them to Mexico and then to Chile. So if you think about Sanche, Cyrus, and who's the third? JAYA.ADVANI. Was Ritika also there? But Ritika, you murdered her straight off with the IR. So then you get 3 in a bag. Who else? You've gone close to Bezos's parents or his relatives. So will you be bagging a couple of people, like a bunch of them, a dozen of them, and then getting rid of them? When you're taking them in large containers or large trucks, how does the checking happen? If there's one lone sack amongst lots of sacks where you do the checking, how is it found out? That also from Boca Chica to Mexico. And Kira shape-shifting at times for Mr. Donald Trump. And Elon Musk is shape-shifted for by Mr. Tony Fernandez. No, come on, give me an answer. The billionaires of China disappeared. They disappeared. India, so many people in my own family have been replicated. So many named, murdered. But you've been around all through now. Had a good time at their assets. I would not be doing this if everything was fine. There's stuff that is not fine, and that is really not fine. Yeah, this is a list. There are 500 to 600 people via the pendulum who've spoken to me. Shirdi Sai Baba gave them reception. This is a very small little fraction. That 500, 600 is only my network of my ancestry on my father and my mother's side. Many people don't hang out with our ancestry in the afterlife, but they are in the afterlife. So how did that happen? How did that happen? You take 1 paisa that is not yours, that also on foul play, it's over for you. And that is written very clearly in our Upanishads also and in our Puranas also. The Bhagavad Gita is not a joke to hold in your hand and make fun of it on the basis, who are you to decide what is righteous and unrighteous? If you come to a fuck all birth, you don't even bloody believe that God knows how fuck all you are, what crimes you've done, how cruel you've been even in previous lifetimes, that you deserve the birth you've got. You override God and God's decision, but you'll hold the Bhagavad Gita and dare to talk about righteousness and unrighteousness. You're Rocky Fernandez. You will shapeshift for Hindutva and serve who? This is not actual facts. This is just Fernandez, Agnello, Rocky and Tony Fernandez and Rosie So, from the justice system, Chagla, that is Mr. Cyrus Mistri's real wife, first wife, only wife, Rohika Chagla Mistry, who was supposed to have been taken 2011 mid, CRISPR'd as Mrs. Anita Merchant, at Lunavla, Prashanti Nilayam, connected with Bhimraj's house where she has died and passed away. She says it was murder. She says it was ill health. She has said lots of things. It is in the Pendulum. You read it. You got 20 Rohikas in her place. Let me tell you, if Rohika Chagla Mistry's grandfather was part of the Jawaharlal Nehru government and the Congress, we got the Congress also over here. This desperation with which you throw voice, no, like domestic dogs. No bloody class. To talk to fucks like you, we need to come down to your level of sewer and speak like we are the sewer. So that sewer class like you understands what's being told to sewer like you. You understood? That's how we become sewer like you. Now I just need to talk that bloody language that you can understand. So the 20 shapeshifters you had for this woman, it is those desperate urchins that you picked up worldwide to be her. After all, they got to go to Ireland. They got to come to India. So you must have picked up something poverty-ridden, otherwise nobody will do this job. Nobody will do this job, no matter which part of the world you pick up, who you pick up. Then you become this desperation. Ask me what crap you've been speaking last 1 week at my home. Useless shit. Bastard speaks in my fucking ear when I'm sleeping. Shutiya. Naukar tu hai. Naukar utha futa. Naukar tum futa. What? Fuck fucking off. Bastard. Domestic dog. Even if you grovel at people's homes who are from the business community, they will throw stones at you, spit at you. Nobody will spend a penny on you. जब कोई सोचे वो बिजनेस कर रहा है लेकिन तुमको नौकरी नहीं देवे, तुमको कहाँ से नौकरी मिलेगा, तुमको सस्टेनेंस कहाँ से मिलेगा, तुम्हारा पैसा कहाँ से आएगा, देखते हैं. Enough bullshit from fucking high levels of shit. Stink shit. She's no more. So these people must have shapeshifted as Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez. Rocky Fernandez for Cyrus Mistry, Tony Fernandez for Kiran Merchant, and handed her over after crisping her. They created rot, they are rot, they created a rut for her also. Not only for her, for everybody. Yeah, or Agnello is their brother. Maybe he's the one who was playing the role of... Anyway, at that time, maybe this guy was in town. Don't know. It is primarily between these three brothers. So, we got the name Jerome. Jerome said there are three brothers. They keep passing the crown between themselves to stay in the winning position. Almost immediately I thought of the three Khans. But over here also there are three brothers. If they keep passing the crown amongst themselves initially, well, they're only shape-shifting and standing in and maneuvering their victim to the place they wish to, where then they can CRISPR, upload the memory and keep playing on and on and on. You will, and having a replica for her or shapeshifters in one person's place, you'll never catch it. This is what these people have been doing, more so after the CRISPRing has happened. And then the fucking Inti. Yeah, so it could be Rocky Fernandez, it could be Agnello Fernandez. Between these three, I would say Agnello Fernandez, Rocky Fernandez, Tony Fernandez, Rut, for RCM, connected with justice, playing those bangle sounds all the time, fucking from my body. You're stupid or you're stupid. You are playing these sounds, what? What do you get out of this, you little fuckface? तुमको मिलता क्या है? Chitya. What do you get out of it? Rot. What do you get out of it? Trash.